नमो नमः महोदय।
नमस्ते, नमः सर्वेभ्यः। स्वागतं कक्ष्यायां। शुभदिनम्।
नमो
अद्य
नमः महोदय।
नमस्ते। अद्य साक्षात् अस्मिन् सप्ताहे ह्यः आरभ्य गीतासप्ताहः इति अस्माभिः अ, अ, समारम्भः क्रियन्ते। संस्कृतभारत्याः सामान्यपद्धतिः यद् इदस्ति, अस्मिन् काले गीतापारायणम् इत्यादि कार्यक्रमाः संस्कृतभारत्याः कार्यालयेषु अपि च कार्यकर्तॄणां स्वगृहेषु सभासु सर्वत्र प्रचलति। तु एवं प्रकारेण अस्माकं कक्ष्यायाम् अपि वयं किञ्चित् न तु सम्पूर्णं न तु बृहत् भागं किञ्चित् वा संज्ञारूपेण संक्षेपेण गीता भगवद्गीतायाः श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतायाः चितभागस्य संक्षेपपारायणं किञ्चित् कृत्वा अद्य अग्रे सरामः इति मम मनसि अस्ति। तु भवन्तः कृपया भागं वोढन्तु। तु प्रथमे भागे अस्मिन् अद्य कक्ष्यायां किञ्चित् गीतापारायणं, तत् समाप्त्यनन्तरं किञ्चित् संस्कृतभारत्याः विषये किञ्चित् उक्त्वा पीठिकारूपेण, यद्यपि भवन्तः न तु प्रवेशकक्षायां परन्तु द्वितीयस्तरे परिचयकक्षायां सन्ति इति भवन्तः जानन्ति एव, तथापि किञ्चित् उक्त्वा पद्धतिः यथा अस्ति तथा किञ्चित् उक्त्वा, अपि च तेषां सहायं कथं करणीयम् अस्माभिः तदपि तस्य विषये अपि किञ्चित् उक्त्वा तदनन्तरं पाठस्य प्रारम्भः अद्य भविष्यति। ज्ञातं वा सर्वं यत् मया उक्तं? I'll just repeat briefly in English. So it is the usual practice of Sanskrit Bharati to celebrate the Gita Jayanti week as a saptaha, where Gita Parayana and other things are taken up, because one of the main pillars of Sanskrit studies is based on this wonderful creation. So it is considered as a very important treatise in Sanskritam, not just from language perspective, from Sanskriti perspective also. So it's a culmination of both of those. So as part of that celebratory activities which will be going on actually as we speak right now within Samskrita Bharati office in Bengaluru and other places, many other Karyakarta houses and other locations, sabhas, these kind of Parayana efforts will be going on. Not just, of course, from Samskrita Bharati organization. It is one of the major organization that takes this lead in this. There are many other dedicated organizations which do this. Okay, so as part of that, we being a part of the whole would like to reflect. Would like the same reflection to come upon us, and so let us also contemplate today by doing a reading of a select few portions, a select small portion of Gita. I have chosen a reasonably light one, and then so again, as usual, because we are in an online medium, it won't be conducive to do any mass reading, because the synchronization will be absent and it will really not help each of us. So I'm sure some of you here are much practiced in the art of reading these verses. If there are some who feel very strongly they are good at it and they have the trained practice, I would welcome their volunteerism today. Otherwise, I will try to lead with what I know. Okay, and so you have to respectively stay muted at your end and listen to the Parayana. And of course, you don't have to just listen. Please also at your end, staying muted, you please read aloud, because on the screen, whatever is being read will be there. Please read along, read aloud sufficient so that you can hear yourself. Okay, no need to disturb others, of course. So we will start with this Parayana. So today is Margashirsha Shukla, actually yesterday was Margashirsha Shukla Ekadashi Tithi. That is the Tithi on which Vaikunta Ekadashi as well as Gita Jayanti and many other holy events coincide on that day. Sadly, in our history, this day and the day after this, today that is, has been also many martyr events have taken place where very of our ancient and more recent leaders have fought for the nation and saved us, and in the process gave their lives also. One that comes to mind is, of course, the two young children of Tegh Bahadur Singh, one of the great leaders of the Sikhs. The two children were buried alive by um, the Senapati of Aurangzeb, or some such story exists, or one of the Mughals. So it's a sad day also today. Anyway, let us take strength from those sacrifices and move forward. What I have for English portion, I have derived from this lovely website built by IIT Kanpur. Okay, I have the link there. Many English translations and Vyakhyanas are available there, including Samskrita Mula Vyakhyanas, etc. So I have picked up samples from a couple of good authors. Okay, before I start off, I have chosen a portion, initial so many verses of chapter 2. Chapter 1 is good, but it doesn't have as much of Bodhakarya or the teachings that start yet in that. So I have chosen chapter 2 is the starting of the teaching in a significant way. Are there any who are well versed and practiced in the reading of the Gita? Anybody wishes to unmute themselves and present themselves? Okay, all right. So
I can do.
Pushpa Narayanan Variya. Pushpa Narayanan Variya, correct?
Yeah. Yes, Mahodaya. I
Mahodaya.
I read usually, so.
Excellent. Excellent. I will take you as a volunteer. Okay. So stay unmuted. So you will read the Sanskrit portion slowly. Be slow. Be slower than usual. Okay, to help others.
Yes.
So that the pronunciation is clearly heard. Then I'll quickly read the English so that the summary is also gathered, and then we will move to the next slide and so on and so forth. Okay. Start off, Pushpa Bhagini.
Okay. Sanjaya Uvacha tam tada कृपयाविष्टम् अश्नुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम् विषीत्तन्दम् इदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः.
Sanjaya said to Arjuna, who was thus possessed by compassion, whose eyes were confused and filled with tears, and who was sinking in despondency, Madhusudana told the following sentence to Arjuna. Continue, madam.
Sri Bhagawanuvacha kudastvā kashmalamidam vishame samubastitam anaryajustam asvarkyam akirtitkaram Arjuna.
So Krishna said, hey Arjuna, at a critical moment, whence this sinful act come to you, which is practiced by men of ignoble or low birth, which is leading to the hell and is inglorious? Because he's crying, he's saying like this. Next, ma'am.
Klaipyam masmagamaha partha naidatvayubhatyate shutram hridaya daudbalyam tyakvo tishta parantapa.
Stoop not to unmanliness, O son of Kunti. It does not befit you. Shrinking off the petty weakness of heart, arise, O scorcher of the foes.
Arjuno vacha kadam bhishmamaham sankhe dronam cha madhusudana ishubhi pratiyotyami ujarhavari.
So Arjuna responds, how shall I with arrows fight in battle against Bhishma and Drona, both being worthy of reverence? O slayer of Madhu, actually, slayer of Madhu, as a spelling mistake. O slayer of foes, Krishna. One minute, just I need to put off this phone. Okay, so basically, Slayer of Madhu is in a sweet sense because Krishna as a baby used to love honey and used to consume globs of it. So it's a very colorful name to Krishna. Continue, madam.
गुरून् हत्वा हि महानुभावान् श्रेयो भोक्तुं वैक्ष्यमभिह लोके हत्वार्थकामांसु गुरूनिहैव पुञ्जीय भोगान् रुधिरप्रदिक्तान्.
So he continues, it is good indeed even to go about begging in this world without killing the elders of great dignity. But with a greed for wealth, by killing my elders, I would not enjoy the blood-stained objects of pleasure so obtained. Continue, madam.
न चैदद्विद्मः कदरन्नो करीयो यत्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जेयुः यानेव हत्वा न जजीविषाम देवस्थिताः प्रमुखे दार्धराष्ट्राः.
Whether we should win in the battle or they should win over us, we do not know which of these two is better for us. For having killed whom we would not wish to leave at all, the same person stand before us as Dhritarashtra's men. Continue, madam.
I can read. I can read, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Pushpa Bhagini. Another volunteer has come forward. Let her give her a chance. Thank you very much for your service. Continue,
Thank
madam.
you, sir.
Radha.
Thank you for giving me a chance. Thank you, sir.
Most welcome. Radha Bhagini, you start.
कार्पण्यतोषोपगतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः यश्रेयस्यानिश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्य देहं चादिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्.
With my very nature overpowered by the taint of pity and with my mind utterly confused as to the right action now, I ask you, tell me definitely what would be good to me. I am your pupil. Please teach me as I take refuge in you. Continue.
Nahi prabhashyami mama vanudyad yacchogamucchokshanam indriyanam avapya bhuma vasabatnamrittam rajyam suranam abhichadipatyam.
I do not clearly see what would drive out my grief, the scorcher of my sense organs, even after achieving a prosperous and unrivaled kingship in this earth and also the overlordship of the gods in the heaven.
Sanjaya uvacha eva mukta rishikesham kudakeshaga parantava nayosya idi govinda muktva dushnim babhubhavaka.
So this is a now, as you remember, the story is being relayed to Dhritarashtra by Sanjaya. So suddenly the context moves to Sanjaya quoting to Dhritarashtra. Sanjaya tells Dhritarashtra, "Oh, you Dhritarashtra," and his name is given here in the sense of scorcher of foes. Okay, Parantapa and all those things. Having spoken to Hrishikesha, the master of sense organs, is the derivation of that. Govinda or Krishna in this manner, having declared, "I will not fight," Arjuna became silent. So after lamenting to Arjuna like this, he became silent. This is what Sanjaya is telling Dhritarashtra. Continue.
Tamuvasa Hrishikeshaga prahasanniva bharata senayorupayor madhye vishadantamidam vacha.
Oh, descendant of Bharata, continuing to address, Sanjaya is continuing to address Dhritarashtra. Until the context changes, you'll have to take that who is telling who as the quote from previous verses. Okay. Oh, descendant of Bharata, Dhritarashtra. Hrishikesha or Krishna, as if he was smiling, spoke to Arjuna, who was sinking in despondency in between the two armies. Continue, madam.
Somebody else has raised the hand.
Oh, okay. Sheila ji, thank you very much, Radha Bhagini. Sheila ji, please take over.
Thank you, sir, for giving me an opportunity.
Most welcome. please.
Yes.
I am just
And-
learning, so there may be some mistakes.
No. We are all learning, madam. The
Okay.
ocean is very big. Very few of us
Yeah.
can hope to reach the shore. So let us keep swimming.
Yeah, my teacher is a 9th standard old girl. She is teaching very well.
Wow. What a sweet
From
thing.
Samskrita Bharati
Madam,
only. Yeah.
Jnana has no age.
She is teaching very well, and every day 3 to 3:30 she teaches one sloka.
Very happy.
Now,
Sheila Varya,
yeah.
your chance now.
Thank
Yes,
you, sir.
and thank you for observing that I raised my hand. I thought once you have done a few, then only. But thank you. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ashochanan Prajnavadamscha Bhashase Gatasuncha Nanushocanti Panditaha
Thank you.
Natve.
Hold on. One by
Yes.
one. We'll just do the meaning and then continue.
Yes.
So now
Sorry.
context switches back to the field where again Krishna is addressing Arjuna. Okay. So Shri Bhagavanuvacha refers to Krishna addressing Arjuna. Krishna says, lamenting for those who cannot be lamented upon and those who do not deserve to be lamented upon, you do not talk like a wise man. The learned do not lament for those of departed and non-departed lives. That means we should not cry over dead people nor cry over people who are destined to die, in that sense almost. Continue, madam.
Natvevaham jatu nasam natvam neme janadipaha na chaiva na bhavishama sarve vayam mataha param na
Hold on. So
Yes.
never indeed at any time in the past did I not exist, nor you, nor these kings. That means any of us, never we didn't have a non-existent life. Okay. Never we shall not exist hereafter. So what he is trying to give is the essence of eternality of the soul. Okay. He is declaring that in this. Okay. Don't think that mere bodily loss we become dead. You don't really destroy, etc. Okay. Continue.
Dehinosminnatya dehe kaumaram yovanam jara tatha dehantara prapti dhirastatra namuhyati.
Thank you. Just as boyhood, youth, and old age come to the embodied soul in this body, in the same manner is the attaining of another body. The wise man is not deluded at that. So basically about the temporary nature of the body itself is being established here. Thank you very much, madam. Few more volunteers have come forward. Let me pass the baton. Thank you. Sarita Prasad.
Namaste, Mahodaya.
Please, 1 minute. Just let me do some maintenance here. Continue, madam. 14th verse.
Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkada agamapayino anitya tasmat titikshasva bharata.
Tam stitikshasva
bharata.
Correct. O son of Kunti, the contact of senses with their objects gives rise to the feelings of cold and heat, pleasure and pain. They come and go, never lasting long. Endure them, O descendant of Bharata. That means don't think any of this sorrow is permanent like that. That's what he is assuring him. Okay. Thank you. Continue.
Yam hi vyatayantyete. Sorry. Vyatayantete purusham purusharshaba. How to pronounce it?
Purusharshaba.
Purusharshaba samadukka sukham dhiram so amrutatvaya kalpate.
Whenever you see the avagraha, no need to deliberately pronounce the
Okay.
akara. So you can say somrutatvaya, somrutatvaya kalpate, like that. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for putting the effort in trying to learn this, and try to make it a habit, because your Vakshuddhi will improve a lot if you practice regularly.
Yes,
Very nice.
Mahoday.
O chief of men, for he whom these do not gain effect, and to whom pain and pleasure are one and the same, that steadfast man alone is worthy of immortality. Basically, he's telling us that we have to rise above our mere pleasures and pains. See, the important lesson always is we are okay for somebody telling us you have to rise above your pain, but it is very difficult when someone tells us you have to rise above your pleasure, because as far as the saying goes, they are the same thing. Pleasure and pain are not treated differently in Shastras. Okay. Next one, madam.
नास्तो विद्यते भावो नाभावो विद्यते सतः उभयोरपि दृष्टोऽन्तः त्वनयोस्तत्त्वशिर्त्वः
Tvanayostattvadrshibihi. Yeah, well done.
तन्वयो तत्त्वदर्शिभिः.
The unreal can never come into being. The real never ceases to be. The conclusion about these two is seen by the seers of truth or tattva. Okay. The what this is talking is actually, there is nothing like everything has a karana karya bhava, we say. Everything has a cause and effect sequencing. Okay. So without a proper cause, some a spectacular effect cannot come into being. Okay. And so also the real never ceases to be. So this is talking about when we give up our bodies. Is it that our bodies disappear? No, our bodies are actually merely part of the earth, and they go back to their elements. So it doesn't cease to be. Okay. And our soul also similarly doesn't cease to be. Okay. The conclusion about these two is seen by the seers of the truth. So the temporary nature of the meeting of the Prakriti with the Purusha is seen by the seers of the truth is being said here. Little deep is there in everything, but this English is at a very initial level it is given. Okay. Thank you very much, Bhagini, Sarita Bhagini. Thanks for your volunteering.
धन्यवादः महोदय.
I think Jagadish Varya wants to volunteer. Continue, sir. Jagadish Varya, you were wanting to volunteer? Your hand was up. Okay, maybe by accident.
Yeah. Hello. Is it
please.
audible?
Yes, it's
Hello.
audible.
Hello. Hari Om. Avinashitu tadviddi yena sarvamidam tatam vinashamavyayasyasya na kaschit kartumarhati.
Thank you. Know that to be indestructible, by which all this is pervaded. So know that here is obviously referring to that immortal, eternal Paramatma in a sense. Okay. Know that to be, or even the Atma, which is known to as a piece of that. Know that to be indestructible. Indestructible. So that's how, by which all this is pervaded. None can cause the destruction of this immutable. Okay. Pervasion means it is there everywhere, that sense. Okay. Yeah. Continue, sir.
Antavanta imme deha nityasyoktah sharirinah anashino aprameyasya tasmad yudhyasva bharata.
These bodies of Jiva, the embodied self, are said to have an end, while Jiva itself is eternal, the indestructible and incomprehensible. Therefore, fight on, O Bharata. So while he continues to, Yudhyasva Bharata, etc., are almost like an addendum. The teachings are in these portions. Okay. So he's continuing to describe that Jiva and its properties in different ways, in colorful ways. Okay. Continue, sir.
Hello. Next one, Antavan.
Yayenam
vetti hantaram yaschainam manyate hatam ubhauto na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate.
He who deems it, the self or the Atman a slayer, and he who thinks it is as the slain, both are ignorant. For the self neither slays nor is slain. So here he is talking about the almost disjoint way, though it is associated with the Sharira, almost disjoint way in which the association exists, so that it is neither killed nor it can be called the killer. That's that kind of purity aspect of that Atman is being talked about. One more, sir. Najayate.
यते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नैवा भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It, the self or the Atman, is never born. It never dies. Being present, it never ceases to be. Unborn, eternal, abiding, and primeval, in the sense from ancient times. It is not slain when the body is slain. Okay. So this is the summary pretty much. So let me just do a few of the verses. I think anybody else volunteering? No. Okay. So let me just do a few of the verses as we close out. Veda vinashinam nityam yayenam ajamavyayam katham sapurushah partha kam ghatayati hantikam. So he who knows this self to be indestructible, unborn and unchanging and hence eternal, how and whom, O Arjuna, does he cause to be killed, and whom does he kill? So you cannot kill something that is permanent. That's what is the sense. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya navani gruhnati naroparani tatha sharirani vihaya jirna nyanyani samyati navani dehi. Just as a man casts off worn out garments and puts on others that are new, so does the embodied self cast off its worn out bodies and enter into others that are new.
Mahodaya, shall I try?
Yes, madam, please.
The next one?
Yes, please try. Yeah.
Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakah, na chainam kledayantyapo, na shoshayati marutah.
Well read. The weapons do not cleave it, the self. The fire, a fire does not burn it. Water does not wet it, and wind does not dry it. Basically, it is not touched by the elements of nature or Prakriti, is what is being pointed out. The distinction between Prakriti and Purusha, which is an important distinction, is being showed here. Okay, one more for you.
Achedyoyam adahyoyam akledyosho ashoshya evacha nitya sarvagatasthānuhu achaloyam sanatanah.
Well done. It cannot be pierced, it cannot be burnt, it cannot be wetted, and it cannot be dried. This is also funny. See, it says one place it says it cannot be wetted, in place it says it cannot be dried. That means it has its own form of spiritual wetness. Anyway, it is eternal, all-pervading, stable, immovable, and ancient. Okay, a little bit more colorfully Krishna is describing. Sometimes not always new points will be there. There will be many colorful ways in which they try to explain through different vectors. And these are all beautiful compositions also. So there is a lot of kavitva involved. So these are all in, some of them are in shloka meter, some of them are in another different meter. It's very interesting. So with that, yes.
Om Tatsad iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Sankhya Yogo Nama Dvitiyodhyayah. Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha. Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.
Thank you. Wonderful done. So, though we didn't actually complete the, there are another 30, 40 odd verses. There are 70 odd verses. Second chapter is a little long one. Okay. I decided to stop at some logical stage. There are actually little more of Sankhya goes and then yoga details come. It's very interesting. So at opportunate time, you please follow this. There is a guy who has done some good recordings of Gita, and a fairly good translation he has done, and good he has a good voice, so he has also read it well. So I can share some videos if you want to. But best, don't worry about others. You buy this Srimad Bhagavad Gita book by Gita Press. Okay, it's a medium-sized book. Okay, it comes in all languages, English, Kannada, everything. And the English version has the script in Devanagari and the Tatparya in both Hindi and English. So it's actually trilingual. Okay, so I find this the very good translation. The basic one paragraph translation of Bhagavad Gita is best. Okay, in the Gita Press book, Gorakhpur, very cheap, good book. So with that, we pray that our work similarly may succeed with the Ashirvada of Sri Krishna, and we will spend a few more minutes just talking about Samskrita Bharati a little bit. So Samskrita Bharati, as you know, is a organization that is purely voluntary. It's not having any governmental support. It stands outside of the government as an independent non-governmental organization. It does have sister concerns, which are also non-governmental organizations that help it, because it was set up by certain sister concerns with the aim of reviving Sanskrit studies as a goal. So lot of very hard-working full-time volunteers work for this organization, and millions of part-time volunteers like me and you are also part of this organization. So there isn't like a membership. There is no membership to this organization. Okay, people come, people go, they come back. Okay, and help out as best as they can. So it is a very organic organization. The term organization is well defined by it, and but also at the same time, because they do not have a fixed structure, we need to reach out and help as best as we can in every which way, both by giving our time, our mind, and our dhana to this organization so that it can prosper. So I will take this opportunity to appeal to all of you in your own way. There is no compulsion, nor is there any pointer saying let us donate this way, that way, etc. Please try to give monetary help also. Don't shy away from giving monetary help, but also at the same time, do not stop your Sanskrit studies at this stage. You have worked very hard to reach. So please do climb this ladder and one day come back and sit and help others, so that this wonderful language may stay in our mouths, not just in the books. Okay, so that is the appeal. And Samskrita Bharati's works relate to, of course, teaching in a major way, and also publishing a lot of wonderful books of Sanskritam of very high quality. I should say 100% quality, because they make sure it is Shuddha. And they have not only just focused, their focus is not too much dharmic as it is actually language oriented. Okay, but as you guys know, there is certain inseparability, so we do take it in the stride, but we don't emphasize and over focus on Paddhati and such things too much. But there are certain holy days which we observe very nicely and do the right things. Okay, but that is not our main goal. So our goal is language, and the focus continues on that. So wonderful books are published. There is a monthly magazine that is published. You should all subscribe to that. I can very soon there will be an online way of through Google Form subscribing to that. I will also share that when the opportunity comes around. And they also do lot of online development work. So for example, the Sanskrit Wikipedia, sa.wiki.org. Okay, along with wiki sources and others, wiki medias, they are all huge amount of volunteer work happens within the offices of Samskrita Bharati here in Bengaluru and to some extent in other locations, and also in the homes of volunteers to generate the Sanskrit material online. Okay, so today when we go to Google and hit some keywords and get lot of useful sources, it is not just like that Google magic. It is the magic of these people who work very hard to digitize things so that more advanced studies and researches can go on from there. Okay, so let us help. There is a particular account detail, etc. I will share to help directly the Bengaluru office. There is also, of course, samskritbharati.in portal. If you go, you can directly help. The New Delhi office also does some collections. Yes, just recently I also donated there. They're trying to come up with a very new building. They have been given a nice piece of land. So they want to develop a nice Samskrita Bharati Bhavana there. So that, this whenever we have a central focal point like that, there is a redoubling of the effort. So let us help the causes. Okay. So with that, I will conclude this first part of today. Okay. We can take a few minutes break while I switch around the presentation and start. Okay. So there is a 3-4 minute break. I will stop the recording and we'll restart with the lesson. Okay. Just stand by. You don't need to exit. Thank you.